Welcome to the start of a new save. And the newest save we've had on the channel for almost 3 days. Anyone that's curious what happened to the 1861, let's just put it like this. We've got wrongs that need to be righted in the German third tier. Welcome along to FC Viktoria Berlin, no less. FC Viktoria 1889 Berlin. They choose to hire your boy. We obviously 1860 thing didn't go too well. It was starting to go off a little bit of a hill, and I noticed this team, and then I got a little bit of a fancying for them. So I didn't really put up as much of a fight with 1860 Munich as I probably should have done. But had it started to go well, I'd still be there. So it didn't, so it's fine. We'll just move. A little bit of a tangent for this one. The last team from the capital, Berlin, to win the German league, Bundesliga, or First Division, or whatever they called it back then, was in 1911. And it was no other than Viktoria Berlin. So we're going to come back with the team from the capital, ignore Hertha Berlin, ignore Union Berlin, because they got nothing to do with us. We are Viktoria Berlin. We shall be the next team, since ourselves, to win the German Championship. It is going to be a long journey, a very, very, very long journey. They are predicted 19th in the league. They have actually won the Bundesliga, as it's listed in two occasions, 1908 and 1911. This team were technically founded in 2013, but they're kind of a Phoenix club from, I think they were called BFV Berlin or BFK Victoria or something to that effect. So, yeah, we're going to go and win the league again with them. I like them. I like what they're doing. I like the kits. I like the badge. They got a little 2 in the star here, if you can see it. Our president, Furkan Schaefer, says it is with great pleasure to welcome us to the club. Upon discussing the club visions and objectives, is what they're more commonly referred to as, we have prepared a welcome pack for us to settle in, and a momentous day, and a truly sign of great things to come. I couldn't agree more. So the team have recently been promoted from the 4th tier, the Regionalia Nordost, one of their leagues that are separated into regions, hence Regionalia. If you are enjoying, well, to be fair, there's only been about 3 minutes, and you might have enjoyed me being sacked from 1860. On that file as well, this team did actually, it looked like they were going to lose their manager as well, so I thought I might have been able to organically move over to these, but that wasn't the case. He turned things around and started winning again. So that didn't happen, and I'm just having to start fresh. I would have liked it to carry on from the one that I got sacked, because I could have had a little rivalry with them, but no, he just decided to start doing a good job, which was unfortunate. But yeah, if you're looking forward to the save itself, if you could do me the favour of liking, subscribing, show your support on the channel, the bell, a little slap about as well, and it will show you as soon as the videos are uploaded. But yeah, I'm liking the idea of this. I'm a little bit more behind the team. I feel a bit more invested. 1860, I like the idea of it, but I just wasn't feeling it. So it's not ideal, but it's what we are. They have won the Verbandspokal Berlin on 8 occasions, which I don't know who takes part in that. It might be obviously teams from Berlin, but non-league teams, hence why Union and Hertha aren't involved. But I don't know, I'm not even sure I can click on it. Our stadium, the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sportpark, was created in 1952, or built, as buildings normally are, 19,700 capacity, and the facilities are not the best. Team-wise, we've got a few decent players, to be fair. We've got Frank Avina, who's in on loan from Hanover. He looks pretty strong, and we've actually got some guy out on loan to Altona 93 as well. A few decent players knocking about. It's got them lined up in a 4-3-3, but I'm thinking I'll probably lean more towards a 5 at the back with this team, because they're not the strongest. And the expectations, they want us to fight bravely against relegation. So I'm going to have to do something pretty catastrophic to get sacked, and then work towards becoming an established team, becoming established, and then continue becoming established. I want to be out of this division in 3 years, preferably 1, but within 3, I want to be out, pushing up into the Zwei Bundesliga. We have a few players that are in the last year of their contract, one of which is a little bit concerningly a 34-year-old Bernd Nering, who is our best player, but he's on 6,750. If we compare that against the whole squad, we're only paying 38. So if my maths can do me some goodness here, that is, well, it's roughly a sixth of our entire wages on one player. Do you know what I've just realised? Don't need to do that at all. I could just go into his contract. And it's 17%. So, quick maths, doing the bits for me again. Let's have a little look at our tactics. And then, I'm going to jump forward and play one of the games. I have 3 tactics, one of which is just here as a kind of a backup. Reliable, a 4-3-3. I do have another 2 that I'm kind of leaning towards. I'm not sure which one exactly. So we have just a narrow diamond. I think that might do a good job, to be fair. We've got the players for it. And as I mentioned earlier, the 5 at the back, which is not dissimilar from the diamond, but it just absorbs the holding mid into our centre-backs and allows the wing-backs a little bit more freedom, get forward. A little bit more creation there. Yeah, I'm going to go with some of these. We'll see what comes from that. We've got quite a few decent players. Frank Avena, one of them, pretty strong. If I jump over here into squad depth, we can have a little bit more of a look in that regards. So, a few decent centre-backs, which is good. Full-backs, not the best, to be honest. If we use them as actual full-backs, I think they're stronger, which is why I was looking at the diamond. But marginally, I think the fact that they're more aggressive is going to be more useful to us than their marginal improvements. Centre mids, I think everything's been skewed by Nering, to be honest. Everyone else is, they're all right, but they're just nowhere near him. Centre attacking mids, we have a fella called Thielsen, Christopher Thielsen, who looks pretty strong. He's been with the club for 2 years and played for some decent teams, but no one amazing. And then striker-wise, we have quite a few. So Falcao is one of our better youngsters, which is really good, to be fair. It's not that Falcao, it's a different one. I've realised that I've only just clicked on him to show you. It's not him. And another one of our good youngsters is a fella whose name I can't remember. Sabrail Makrekis. And no, in case you're wondering, it isn't Weird Al Yankovic. He's a 21-year-old Latvian. I'm up forward a little bit. We haven't had any movement in the transfer window. We've played one game in the league, which was the Viktoria Derby, which was 1-1. Decent result. Not the best. They are a team better than ourselves in the league, and we managed to pull back a equaliser. So we did all right. It was our attacking mid in that game that did so for us. And I realised I didn't actually show you if we've got any rivals. I haven't looked myself either, to be fair. So we don't have any derbies or fierce rivals, which is odd. I suppose we're that irrelevant over the last century, realistically, that neither Union Berlin or Hertha Berlin particularly care about us. But they will. They'll come to care about us. Don't you worry. A few other local rivals of Magdeburg, Hallischer, Zwickau, and Osnabrück. So I think they're all teams in the division, if not probably a division above. But yeah, we'll see them. But there's no real fierce rivalry to be too concerned about. But we have Eintracht Braunschweig to finish off the episode. They are a team that were in the Bundesliga as recent as 2012. So I say recent, it was about 9 years ago. They're a decent team, considerably better than ourselves. Should we just say that at the least? To play the game, we have Kral in goal, Gunther, Kapp and Hahn as the back three, with Pinkert and Firat on the outside, providing the width. We then have Kutsch, Marekshish and Thielsen as the kind of midfield three, with also Thielsen supporting the strikers. I don't know how to label him, to be honest. And then we have Benjamina and Avena as the strikers. Kievski with a throw for Braunschweig. He's out on the left. Kraus puts the ball in, and Kroll collects that quite comfortably. What's he going to do here? He throws it short to Gunther. We're playing a similar sort of type of football. It's just how I'm asking my players to be laid out, which is a bit different. We've conceded. Pretty poor pass from the right back. That could have gone better for our first episode. A throw-in once more for Braunschweig. Put short to Koblianski and then into Hartmann. They're, yeah, well, I was going to say they're in control, but to be fair, it's expected. They're a better team than us. But it's just the matter at which we're conceding these goals. A little bit disappointing. It's just lackluster. Is it the 5 at the back? Or is it just that I'm not a fan of that? And our players aren't as good as they need to be? Probably expect Gunter to do better there. Even if it's run onto it and just smash it into the crowd. Just anything. Don't just fall over and let the ball hit off your heel. Fantastic. There's another throw-in. It's short this time again to Koblianski. He puts the ball in, and our player manages to get the possession back for us, which is a treat. Avina out to Benjamina and back into Thielsen. Brilliant ball threaded through to our target forward, he's just lobbed the goalie. I saw that shot and I thought, what's he doing? And then it went in. Well done, lad. Nice little play between the front three here. Benjamina knocks it back into Thielsen, carries on his run. Thielsen does a brilliant ball through, and then, I mean, that's just a fantastic finish, isn't it? 10 out of 10. Oh, he even ran away, like tapping his head and rubbing his belly as well. What a guy. Late goal in the half. Did change my team talk ever so slightly. We're going to go in with, you've been unlucky. We'll crack him back out there for the second half. Hopefully, Frank can avoid getting himself sent off. Thielsen is running forward with the ball. Brilliant ball again, forward to Avina. Cuts it back and just smashes it against the guy that stood next to him. Firat, again, just loses possession, really just disappointingly for us. It's allowed them to get forward with Ilhorst. Good ball out to Hartmann on their left-hand side. Just close them down, guys. Get the ball back. The guys in yellow shirts, we don't want possession. We've got it. Benjamina puts it into Thielsen. He seems pretty goddamn handy. Brilliant ball through to Avina this time. And he smashed it into the other top-hand corner. He's 2-2. Bit of Desmond. We're back on level terms. Why is it? All the times I've played advanced playmakers as attacking mids, they've been useless. Play a second striker, and he's spraying balls left, right, and centre. Maybe that's all I needed to actually have a decent attacking mid. So we've gone past the hour mark. We do have Pinker here looking quite tired. I have literally no one that I can bring on for him, which is helpful. I'll bring on Jacob Liwald? Not clear. What do you want? You can be a fullback on support over this side. We'll bring Firat back to just being a wing back on support as well. We'll swap these two around and make this fella is going to be a Carolero. I don't know if Marexis can play that. He can't. We've brought on Bjorn Jopek to play as our Carolero on that right hand side. So there's a lot of kind of not negativity, but just reservedness. Let's just go with that. But the right hand side is it's lost quite a little bit of its impetus now, which isn't ideal considering we're chasing the win. But we're away against Braunschweig. If we can come away with a point, I'll be pretty happy, especially to kick off a new series. Why have I spoken? Kral, short to Cap, out to Gunter, all the way back to the goalie. Just keep it between yourself, defence. Don't faff about. Kunz just smashed it forward. Target forward's knocked it down. Thielsen's putting the striker through on goal again. It's 3-2. It's bloody 3-2. Target forward, knocks it back to the guy that can actually pass. He puts the guy that's good through on goal. He sticks it in the net. What a tactic. I'm a brilliant genius. Look at him. It's just a bit good, isn't it? How long is this going to last? Probably not very long. Do you know what the worst thing is, actually, about this 1860 thing? I signed Ramirez, as in the Chelsea kind of, I'm going to call him a legend. Been a bit generous to him with Chelsea to call him a legend. But he won all sorts of things. He won the Europa League, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, just everything with Chelsea that he could win. He won it. And then literally, like, in this second game, he broke his foot. And then it all started to fall apart again. So that wasn't great. I've realised that while I've been talking to you, I haven't been changing my tactics to kind of try and shut this win out, which I'm going to end up regretting at the end of this highlight, aren't I? I'll do it now. So when this highlight finishes and they've equalised, I can just be upset. We'll knock all these back, put these in all their reserve versions. So we're not going too bad just to try and invite too much pressure, but it is just to kind of, it's just swaddling them, just stop them scoring. It's the main plan of it. But we'll see what happens at the end of this highlight. We've got the ball back. Benjamina puts it to Avina. He's tackled straight away. We've lost the ball. Panic again. Girth. That guy's called Girth. Ilhorst. Oh, he's at the post. Get the ball out of play, please. Thank you very much. I think he was offside, actually. We're in to the last, minute. Oh, no. I was going to tell you it's injury time. It's not. It's not called injury time. No, it is. It is exactly that. It is injury time. I'm clearly very confused. Vibe puts it through to Hartman. He's got a lot of space out on that right-hand side. Cuts it to the back. Oh, someone pushed him over. Why has he done that then? Kral, come on. Be a little hero for me in our first episode. It's not how you go about doing it. He did a little dance. That's all he did. He was celebrating their goal before he'd kicked it. Not happy. Nothing further happened. Just going to go and moan at the player that gave away the penalty in injury time from an unthreatening ball. The absolute plunker. Well, that was a pretty eventful start to the season. We're still unbeaten. We'll just look at it that way. I would update you as to our cup endeavours, but we're just not in it. We're not in the cup. We're only in the league this year, so we're focusing on the league. I don't know what the rules are. It might just be that because we've been promoted, we were outside of the relevant teams. Couldn't tell you. But we're 2 from 2 at the moment. Been 2 draws from 2, but 2 from 2 regardless, and it's not a bad 2 from 2, so we'll crack on. Thielsen getting himself a hat-trick of assists, because he's a good player. And Avina with a brace of goals so far from the 2 games. So we're doing good. I'll make sure to play Thielsen there more often. We'll be back definitely after the transfer window closes, which will be at the end of August. So I may be looking at possibly the Freiburg game, maybe the Wiesbaden. Not 100% sure which game itself specifically. I've just realised which game we're going to come back for. We're going to come back for these 2. If the transfer window has been an absolute madness, I'll come back for just the 1860 game. But I hope you enjoy this fresh save that definitely isn't because I was sacked within 2 episodes of the previous one. But if you had enjoyed that, do me a favour, like and subscribing, show your support on the channel. It would be greatly appreciated and it would help me immeasurably. And there's some items over here where you can carry on watching my content. And thank you very much for your time.